Good afternoon, my name is Santiago Edixon Moreno Preciado. I am 26 years old. I have been married for 13 years. I have 2 children. At the moment, I am working as an operator in the US Air company, CSA. I am also in the 8th semester of a degree in foreign language, which with an emphasis on English. My expectations in the English 7 conversation course is to improve in my speaking and pronunciation. In addition to speaking more frequently in English signs, I have deficiencies in this part, and I think that this course will be very helpful to the activities that will be carried out jointly with my tutor and classmates. Thank you very much. In the step 1, course recognition. First, what is the purpose of the course? The purpose of the course is strengthening for language linguistic, social linguistic, and pragmatic competence through the accomplishment of oral production tasks in given sets of real-time interaction to communicate and discuss effectively about complex issues. In the second answer is how many learning outcomes can you find in the syllabus? In the syllabus, I can find 4 outcomes. Can find 4 learning outcomes that are: first, demonstrate oral skills to express fluently and spontaneously about different cultural subjects for social or academic purpose. Second, discuss about a controversial using pro or con arguments to convince a contemporary towards a specific point of view. The third, interpreted extended speech, even when is the clearly structured and one relationships are only implied and not signed explicitly. The fourth, describe complex subjects with clear and detailed information, developing particular points and rounding up with inappropriate conclusion. The third questions were synchronous interaction activities. Synchronous interaction are those in which one system sends a message to another and which waits for an acknowledged response before it produced. This type of interaction is common where the first requesting system needs something from the second in order to continue the process, such as a further detail on master data or a preference. The implementation of goal-oriented and meaning-centered activities designed to facilitate in students' participation in meaningful synchronous activities. The specific task will enhance students' cognitive processes of comprehension, meaningful production, and interaction in the target language, with high standards of fluency and accuracy. The fourth, how many activities that the course have. The course has 6 tasks or activities that are: Task 1, reflecting upon English language awareness. Task 2, partaking in 7 weekly mandatory encounters. Task 3, debating controversial issues. Task 4, speaking part of Cambridge C1 Advanced. Task 5, standardized text listening quiz. Task 6, developing a speech through a quick conference system. 5. Which activities the course and imply real-time interaction are partaking in 70 weekly mandatory encounters and debating controversial uses. In the step 2, reflection upon English language awareness. First question: have you got an English language level certification? If not, what do you consider your level is represented? In this moment, I have an English language level certification, but the score that I got wasn't good. It was average. My successful completed the EFC certificate and has earned the English level 32 100. A2 elementary as were on 9 February 2022. Second, how did you get the level you have now? My level has improved, but in the writing and reading part, but listening and speaking, I still lack the score of the previous certificate was from a listening test especially, but in this aspect I still need to improve a lot, also in pronunciation. The third, why are you studying English as a foreign language? I am studying English as a foreign language because it is something that I have always liked. I want to learn another language, since it will also open many doors for me, both personally and professionally. I also like to teach it to children, young people and adults, but I still need to acquire more knowledge and experience. Fourth, how I study a language as an adult different from studying it as a child. I think that the methodology at the curriculum used by adults is very different from that of children. Likewise, learning an adults is more demanding than that of children. Some children use didactic tools such as memo cards, educational videos, and children's rounds that encourage them to learn English. It's a fun way, and adults it is more detailed with more theory and vocabulary to learn. Likewise, experience with adults are totally different than with children. 5. How long should you study a foreign language? I think that based on the reference that with Unit 1 gives us, it is not only for statistics, but for the preparation and dedication that each person has to study or learn a foreign language. There are teachers or trained people who say that one doesn't finish in studying, but that each time one must be updated with today's world, create and innovate new methodologies and new learning that will all allow us to learn the language is a faster and more efficient way. 6. Question: how can you make language learning a part of your life in the future? I believe that it is if I am studying a degree in foreign language with an emphasis in English, this should be a part of my life in my future. Since I obtain my teaching degree, this will help me to be a teacher in the near future. It will also help me grow personally and professionally, preparing myself every day for what today's world demands in teaching and the methodological process that the education of the future asks for with respect to the English language. And seventh question, how can you organize lifelong language learning? I think that I should organize my time well to be able to continue preparing and working at the same time, as well as being aware of my personal and my family life, because everything is important in everyone's life. What I mentioned above, one never stops learning. Therefore, I must be aware of the change and the new teaching methodologies that are emerging in today's world. For this, I believe it is important to have a schedule of the daily activities, so as not neglect any aspect that is related is my personal study and work life. Thank you very much. Bye bye.